You can see what happens when somebody, uses their power or tries to take absolute power, and you can only, regain that by pushing back, as she's saying.
He says it's a natural impulse to shut off the news, log off social media, and withdraw from public life. And that's a mistake, she says, and she points out that in Turkey, her own country, where the politics have been dominated by a strongman, Erdoğan, she says there has been pushback and there's been great change in Turkey, pushing back against him, and he's not been able to achieve what he set out, which was total power.
But you can see what happens when somebody, uses their power or tries to take absolute power, and you can only, regain that by pushing back, as she's saying. And I think there are a lot of people after this election, understandably, who were, disappointed, shocked, couldn't believe at the scale of the losses of the House and the Senate and the White House. And what I say to some people is, look, Donald Trump doesn't even take office until January 20th. So have a good holiday with your family. Take a break. You can't be thinking and breathing elections all the time. And people worked really hard on this election to knock on doors and make phone calls and let their friends know what they were thinking. But when his 100-day agenda starts and people start to see the things that really concern them, you can't sit on the sidelines. You got to step in. And we don't necessarily know which of those things will appear first, but it's going to be really important for people to pay attention.